So earlier today we had maintenance on all three platforms, and with it came a few updates. They took a while to come out with the actual patch notes for that, but we finally have them. And this comes with some changes to the new dungeon, some adjustments to make it a bit easier than, the challenges what it was before. However, it would still be not so easy with that first boss on your advanced and master mode. However, with normal mode, they've made it so that the enraged caused by defeating the feral Thoon Hulk's allies will no longer make the feral Thoon Hulk mostly unkillable, and the rage increase will also have its then damage much lower, and the amount of damage resistance will be slightly lower on advanced and master. But that does not change the fact that the scorpion is still really squishy. It's still going to be very easy to accidentally kill it, so I do recommend trying to keep them apart, not like you have seen in many of the runs before where you could just have them together, because the Scorpion would basically take no damage, and you'd be able to kill the Thoon Hulk long before you'd ever have killed the Scorpion through his damage resistance. But they have since changed that. I will come out with a video where I actually run the dungeon on that mode where, you have to avoid killing the Scorpion, and ultimately what you will have to do is keep them separate. Somebody else needs to take the Scorpion and, as before, the UNT. Although you could just kill the UNT. The problem is if you kill the Scorpion, you end up with the Thoon Hulk enraging and just basically one-shotting the tank nearly, and he just becomes pretty much unkillable, at least on advanced and master mode. On normal mode, you should be able to kill the Scorpion before the Thoon Hulk and still be able to get through it. Same with the UNT, you should be able to just kill it. Ultimately, you're going to have to play as a tank without any self-heals, don't use even any health potions, and then make sure you're only using single target threat for the Hulk, because it's very easy to accidentally draw threat from the Thoon Hulk's allies, the Scorpion and the UNT, just by having a bit of self-healing, and then you draw threat. So just be aware of that. And then they did also go and update Emperor Zealot. So he's the last boss. He had the shooting star ability, the tank buster. It will no longer obliterate entire solar systems in normal and advanced difficulty, basically one-shotting you with over 2 billion damage. However, in master mode, it will go back to actually dealing some damage. Before, it was just not doing anything. And then the lightning blast damage has been slightly decreased. So you shouldn't have your tank dying over and over for, not being able to tank 2 billion damage in normal and advanced. Now with the Arena of Blood, they did update the Razor Tyrannosaurus. You may have encountered him, and he just looked like a helpless halfling sitting among these Batiri spawns when he's actually supposed to be a big dinosaur. So it'll be much more easier to be able to see him, and I guess then see his animations when he's going to roar and things like that. But moving on, a very welcome change for the Ranger class, the Hindering Strike encounter power. It should no longer fail to activate and go on cooldown. So this is as a special thank you to one person in particular, Ramen, who managed to find out an easy way to reproduce this issue, and so the devs could then easily fix it. They weren't really sure what was causing it either. And then, as a note, they will adjust it so that they'll fix the similar issue with the range powers failing to activate and going on cooldown when used at exactly the maximum range. I showed that in my earlier video as well. For those of you on consoles, they're updating the cell-only storage display and the scrolling so that you should be able to use and interact properly with the South Sea Trading Company commission trade-in when, say, you're upgrading your workshop. And otherwise, some currency packs updated so that you can't actually use them when it would put you over the currency cap, so people aren't wasting their Zen. But that's it for Friday's update. I assume they prioritized this mainly to do with the dungeon and the kind of mess that it was there, particularly with the last boss one-shotting people And yeah, the first boss becoming a ton more challenging. It still is. Like, you're not going to be able to keep the Scorpion next to the Thoon Hulk in Master and Advanced. That's just a no-no, which means ultimately a change of strategy than what people have gotten used to. You're gonna have to either have a tank who's built to not take threat by self-healing and having AoE threat abilities, and then have the healer just tank the Scorpion and the Unity on the side, and otherwise have a damage dealer do that. I will again showcase a bit of a tutorial how to do that, because you guys might not understand completely. So thanks for watching, a special thank you to all of these channel members, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.